Who's the worst country right now?
Well, I'm the president.
Is it us?
I'm the president of the General Assembly, speaking on behalf of all of them.
Right. Who would they all say is the worst country?
Well, obviously, the worst are those who deny dignity from other human beings. And this is why we have to stand up for it every day.
Right.
Otherwise, coming back to my own country again, more than 80 years ago.
Why is it so hard for us to learn that lesson? It really blows my mind that this idea that violence and might makes right, to take us back to a world that we were when colonial powers and imperial powers ruled, and war was inevitable in almost every location. It's almost shocking to see how far we've come, and yet people want to go back to that much more barbaric way of governance. Is that what's talked about in the halls, or are the halls of the UN a more administrative place than a philosophical place?
Well, this is a philosophical question.
That's why I'm not in the halls of the UN.
Yeah. So I would say all, because it's just the diversity of the whole world. And you asked before, what do we have to do and what would be the biggest task? For me and the Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, at the moment, to reform the United Nations, to make it more efficient, because the truth is as well, and I'm not a fan of sugarcoating, so we have to face it, that over 80 years, it has built up on mandates, resolution by resolution. So we have 40,000 mandates, obviously not very efficient. Yeah. So in every company, you would just modernize your system, and this is what we're doing right now. Right. We're in the midst of a deep reform called UN80. But at the other hand, you should not use the shortcomings in trying to destroy the whole house. And this is where we are faced in, and you were addressing also the financial situation. If member states, and unfortunately also the host country, do not pay their bill anymore, obviously this house cannot function. And in a situation that people, especially children, are dying in this minute, you have like rotten aid in warehouses. This is obviously a situation which cannot go on. So therefore, as the President of the General Assembly, I can only recall that no day would be better off without the UN, and this is why we should all strengthen this house of peace and this house of humanity.